Ooh. Oh. Look at that kitchen. There's grease everywhere.
Yeah.
Floor looks like an ice rink.
Yeah.
Oh, no, do you know what? My biggest thing is kickboards. It's one of my pet peeves is the kickboards, because I just think that if you're not close up and personal with them and you've got the distance of like a mop, you can't see the splatters that are on them.
And Tom spotted the reason that the kitchen is so greasy.
Looking at how Joanna's preparing food, she's doing a lot of fried food. And obviously with fried food, it can splatter more, cover your hob, your cooking area, your walls. And if you don't clean that down straight away, it's a lot harder then to break down and clean up. Oh, were they flies buzzing round?
A build-up of grease can attract flies and vermin and will make Joanna's kitchen smell unpleasant.
I really want to take a look on top of the cupboards as well.
Yeah.
Like, cupboards, often, they get neglected and then grease settles on top of them.
Yeah.
And again, it's just a bit of a nuisance if you're not keeping on top of it.
Definitely.
To then break that grease down. Right, Joanna, I would love us to start clearing your kitchen work surfaces. Once we've got all of the herbs, spices and stuff out, we can then begin cleaning the kitchen. What do you think?
No problem.
Yeah?
Just crack on.
Cluttered work surfaces are hard to clean around. Food build-up is a major magnet for bacteria, like E. coli, which can cause vomiting and diarrhoea.
I really would love this area to become almost like, what can we call it? Joanna's Chef Palace.
Oh, JJ Spice Kitchen.
Yes.
Greasy walls don't just look bad, they smell bad too. Chairs wants to get cracking on them.
So, first of all, what I've got here is some hot water.
Yeah.
Not too hot that it scorches your hand, but hot enough, you know, to cut through the grease.
Yeah, definitely.
And then I've got some dish soap. Let's have a try on the tiles first. There we go.
All right, buddy. You just got to use hot water, because hot water will cut through the grease. I mean, I see loads of people who just use cold water, and that just obviously won't shift it, will it?
And we want to kill the germs as well. We want to make sure the grease is coming off.
Chairs is using a scouring pad to agitate and help cut through the ground-in grime.
It's coming off.
Yeah.
With a bit of, you know, power, a bit of strength behind it. Let's get this off. Let's get this gone.
Looking good.
These grease stains are a bit stubborn, but with the scourer or like a hard brush, you can get this off.
So you can see here the ceiling. It's almost got a texture like a baked Alaska, like a meringue. It's got like these little, like stalactites.
Tom's referring to a textured coating very popular in properties built in the 60s, 70s and 80s.
So with this sponge, if I scrub it on, it's going to rip the sponge to pieces. So basically, rather than scrubbing the area because of these little stalactites, we can just literally press on, just gentle pressure on there.
Yeah.
And you can just see.
Yeah, it seems to be lifting off.
Just enough.
It's important to be gentle, as sometimes these ceiling coatings can contain asbestos, which shouldn't be scrubbed or scraped. Tom's using dish soap and hot water on the sponge.
Yeah, it seems to be lifting off.
So we're cleaning up the baked Alaska. I could be here for a while.
2 days ago, Joanna's kitchen was a hotbed of grease and grime. Every surface, from the tops of cupboards to worktops, tables and the floor, was crammed to the gills with spices and ingredients, making it impossible to clean the baked-in grease on the walls, tiles and floor.
What do you think of your kitchen?
Wow. Oh, wow.
Now it's back to the clean, fully functioning space it needs to be for a newly qualified chef. Spices are neatly organised and the countertops are spotless. The tiles sparkle and the walls are spick and span. The whole room is airy and clean, and now the perfect place for Joanna to practice her culinary skills.
Look at the spice rack.
Look how much space you've got now. So there's space left on there for you to fill more. Yeah?
Oh, wow, look at this. My bay leaves. Yeah.
Spices.
Joanna, from the research, Cam, we did see that naturally you cook in here, and when you do cooking, the walls are just going to get greasy. It's part and parcel of a kitchen.
Yeah.
But What we've done now is washed the walls down, and that's something that if you just keep on top of it and just give the walls a wipe down, it'll be good. It's so dusty. It can actually cause an infestation of dust mites.
That's not going to be good for his health. When he's breathing, irritation of the skin.
I feel like your home should be a representation of who you are. Looking at this room, I don't think I could tell you anything about Alan other than the fact that he is quite the music collector, and it also feels quite cold.
Yeah, it's like a blank canvas.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello. Right, Alan,
Yeah.
let's get your bedroom
Okay.
boxed up.
My bedroom, I wouldn't say that it's full of junk. I wouldn't say that. The carpet's reasonably clean.
Are you sure about that, Alan?
I need help with the marks on the carpet and the dust. It needs a deep clean.
It definitely does, but all this detritus has to be cleared out first.
That rack can go.
Right, but you do not want to repurpose this somewhere else?
No.
You sure? You've not got instruments or anything that you can put on there in the living room for your musical room?
No, when it's out.
All right.
Spurred on by the dream of a home suitable for his grandchildren to spend time in, Alan's turning into a house cleaning machine.
These are going.
And it's putting him in a really good mood.
We're having a party.
Hayley's about to make it a dusting party, Alan. The bedroom is now clear and ready for Hayley's attention.
When it comes to cleaning your skirting boards, something that I always say is best to do first is vacuum off the dust before you go in with the clean. It's super easy to do it this way. Just vacuum the dust off with your dust attachment. Now we have vacuumed the dust, we can go ahead and use a small amount of washing up liquid in some warm water, and this is going to remove any dirt that is on our skirting boards. Now we can just go ahead and wipe over the skirting board. Once you've done a section, you go over and dry it with a clean, dry microfiber cloth. You don't want it to stay wet for long periods of time. I think it's actually going okay in this room. There is a lot of dust, and I do find myself, every time I'm cleaning somewhere, there's more and more dust that needs tackling. So I'm gonna head off and see what other dust I can find. Oh look, more dust. For the carpets, I felt like it'd be a really nice idea to actually give them a deep clean for Alan. So that meant hiring in a carpet cleaner. These are actually relatively cheap to hire in, and they do get your carpets up really very well. The one thing you need to make sure on when doing this is that your windows are open, so you want the area to be well ventilated. This is going to speed up the dry time.
Alan's bedroom just looked messy at first, but thick layers of dust pervaded every nook and cranny, while the carpet was stained.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
After 2 days of clearing, dusting, vacuuming and scrubbing, this room is a real retreat.
So much cleaner.
This is ridiculous.
And the
This
carpet
is so good, man. But what you don't know is that part of my vision for the future in here was to get my Hank Marvin guitar out again and to use it.
I'm so pleased you like it.
Well,
I really
how
am.
can anybody not like it? Couldn't be better. Couldn't be better. I think I'm going to cry.
Oh,
Alan.
bless you, Dad.
I'm going to miss you. I'm so happy we were able to do this.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Hayley.
Don't, you're going to start me off. Stop it.
I never do this. Never do this.
Thank you, Hayley.
You're welcome.
Oh, no.
We've got poo everywhere, haven't we?
Oh,
the cat went to lick the poo. Did you see that? It's just really unhygienic. Is the cat stepping in the poo, climbing on the kitchen side? It's a massive health hazard.
Mind-boggling because she's leaving feces all around the house.
Is that Raid?
So obviously there's flies.
She's got a fly problem, 100%, because that's a can of fly killer spray.
Yeah.
So there will be poo flies everywhere.
1,000,000%.
Landed on food.
Yeah.
And surfaces.
Yeah.
And knives, forks.
The filthy kitchen with all the pet feces and flies has become a health hazard.
I would love to see, once he's made that sandwich, is a wiping down of the surface, just left the knife, and off you go. I would bet my eyelashes on it. Flies will end up landing on the feces. They then could land on the plates, and before you know it, the poo-legged fly has landed.
There's poo in the bedroom.
But this is a far cry from anywhere romantic.
I think we found the culprit.
Yeah.
I think that shower's pooing.
She just stood on the poo and moved it round.
Wow.
Oh, no. That's now become a health hazard. Everything in there is now contaminated.
We need to make sure that we are doing a really deep clean and definitely disinfecting the house with pet-safe disinfectants.
Hello.
Hi, Linda. There is a situation as well that I wanted us to address. The little lady,
She's done that this morning.
she's done a poo, hasn't she, in the kitchen?
With 4 pets, the couple are finding it hard to keep track of where the cats and dogs are pooing.
There's a lot of faeces around the house and does pose health risks.
It does.
It is going to need cleaning up and then you're going to want to disinfect it.
If not disposed of properly, pet feces can become a breeding ground for salmonella bacteria.
Do you want to do the honours?
Yes, please.
Seeing as she's your little princess poo.
There's also a risk of infection from skin-penetrating larvae.
Make sure that you're using a pet-safe disinfectant. That way you can ensure that not only are you disinfecting the area, you're also keeping your pet safe.
One area the couple have been struggling to keep clean is their bedroom, and Tom wants to see just how grubby it is.
I'm getting down to the bottom of some of this here, and as you can see,
Oh, yeah.
this looks like one of
That looks like
the
Tiamo's.
princess's
That's Tiamo's.
little messes.
If, like Linda, you have a pet feces problem in your home, it can be a serious health hazard.
Puppy feces can be pretty dangerous because it can make you go blind. We don't want that to happen to you. We want to keep you safe as well.
I just want her to stop. I catch her sometimes and I tell her off.
She's a naughty girl.
What have we got here?
That's her blankie.
When I turn it round,
Oh, my God, the little devil's been doing it quite a long time then.
we've got quite a few build-up of clothes in here.
Yeah.
It's difficult to actually know what's underneath it. This now possibly is a hive of bacteria and virus, which is so bad for you.
Animal bedding or clothes with traces of dog feces should be washed at 60 degrees to ensure the bugs or potential viruses are destroyed.
She's certainly been active as little Tiamo, hasn't she?
Having unearthed dog poo buried in the mess,
Another one there. She's a naughty girl, this one of yours.
Tom's got a tip to kill the bacteria spreading on the carpet.
Put a splash of the biodetergent into the water now, okay? And the biodetergent is great because it breaks down the proteins in urine and doggy poop.
He's got water, biodetergent and a saucepan lid.
And we use a saucepan lid because, again, you can hear it really giving the carpet a good scrub.
That really works.
And finally, Tom's using a pet-friendly disinfectant and water solution to make sure no doggy remnants are left behind, and it deters Tiamo from her dirty routine.
And of course it will discourage the little devil from doing it again, I hope.
Absolutely.
I am so going to keep on top of this.
There's still plenty to do in the grime-covered kitchen to make it a clean.
These flies are driving me up the wall. They must drive you mad. I couldn't bear it.
Houseflies carry up to 65 diseases, putting Linda and Andy at risk of food poisoning and dysentery. If, like Linda, you're plagued by them,
These flies!
It's important to tackle the root cause.
I'm hoping that now we've removed the old fruit, they will disperse and they won't be in your kitchen anymore.
You can deter fruit flies by hanging fragrant herbs such as peppermint, lemongrass and lavender. And food waste should be kept in an airtight bin to eradicate the problem. Previously, the clutter, dog mess and swarms of flies meant the kitchen had become a filthy health hazard.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
Now it's a clean and safe space where the happy couple can finally sit down and enjoy romantic meals together.
What do you think?
Oh, it's like a new house.
Wow.
Oh, I absolutely love it.
And have you noticed what isn't here anymore? In the air?
Yes, flies.
We have got you a food caddy. Empty it regularly, make sure the lid is sealed, and you will not have a fly problem anymore. Shall we move on to our next room?
Yes.
Let's go.
Piled high with clothes, clutter and dog mess, the bedroom was far from a restful retreat for Linda and Andy.
Wow.
Wow.
Now, it's a clean and calming space in which they can finally relax. And it's the final piece of the jigsaw of their fresh start to married life.
I love it, Hayley. I love it.
Lovely, isn't it?
Oh, that is amazing.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay.
The room's a problem.
Yeah, the room is busy, to say the least.
It looks like a clothes shop, doesn't it, in the bedroom?
She's struggling, bless her.
She's got this accessible laundry trolley, if you want to call it
Yeah.
that. But why is she using that, do you think? Like, what's the
Not any
story behind that? Yeah, is there health issues?
There's some obvious signs of how the chaos is affecting the cleaning.
Oh, look at that. Those carpets have seen better days.
I think that looks like a sheepskin rug.
Yeah.
And that looks like it hasn't been cleaned in a long time. Hello, Sue.
Inside, Tom and Hayley make a start in the bedroom.
I love clothes. I've not even got a quarter of this in my house, and I honestly mean that. It's a wall of clothes. I thought this was sitting on top of stuff, but it doesn't look like it is. It looks like what it's sitting on top of is actually more clothes.
How long do you think these have been here for, though?
Years.
As they dig their way through the wall, Hayley makes a dangerous discovery.
Oh, yikes. There is a lot of mould down here.
There's loads, isn't there, actually?
Yeah, and here's the problem. With the clothes being so compressed to the wall for such a long space of time,
There's no ventilation.
there's no ventilation, and it's an ideal breeding ground for mould.
Mould produces allergens, irritants and sometimes even toxic substances, so it's important to remove it as quickly as possible. Tom is eliminating the mould using a shop-bought remover, but for a natural approach, you could also use undiluted white vinegar, which you simply spray on and leave for an hour before wiping away.
I've taken the liberty of shaking out your sheepskin rug over a sheet. And I have pulled out some of the stuff that have fallen from the sheepskin rug and placed it under a microscope.
The shaggy pile of sheepskin rugs means they can become dirt traps if not cleaned regularly.
So what you can see here under the microscope is there is lots of hair, there's lots of dust, dander, there's a whole different array of things that are going on here. And all of this has come from your sheepskin rug. And these types of things, some of them can actually be bad for your respiratory system. And we don't want that just sitting there and over time building up and getting worse and worse and worse. Let's remove everything out and then we can give it a really good deep clean along with your sheepskin rugs. Something that works really well at cleaning sheepskin rugs is cornstarch. And it's super duper easy. All you need to do is we're going to spot clean an area. So if you find an area that feels like it's quite grimy, you're going to go ahead and just get a small amount of water. We're not going to ever saturate this. If you feel the sponge, it's more damp than anything. And then you can just go ahead and treat whatever area you're treating. So if there's any grease, any grime on it, go ahead and place the sponge over it and just give it a rub. And we're using cool water for this, not hot. And then you can go ahead and take just a small amount of the cornstarch. What this is going to do is it's going to successfully draw out any grease, grime, oils from the wall.
All right.
And then just go ahead and rub it.
When the cornstarch is dry, it can be vacuumed away, along with the dirt and grime.
So if you look at the area that we have cornstarched compared to the areas that we haven't, you can see it looks much cleaner.
So much cleaner.
Once the cornstarch is removed, Hayley takes a steamer on a low heat setting to detangle the rug, working in the same direction the fibres naturally fall.
Can you see already how that's beginning to kind of fluff up again?
It is fluffing, yeah.
And it's detangling the sheepskin without actually causing too much damage to it.
Yeah, nice.
It's quite satisfying, isn't it?
That was a brilliant tip.
How nice does that look?
It looks brilliant.
I'm really pleased.
When the team arrived, Sue's bedroom resembled a jumble sale, with heaps of clothes blocking her way around the room, leaving her unable to clean and creating a breeding ground for mould.
Welcome to your bedroom.
It's a different room, isn't it? You can't recognise it. Oh, it's gorgeous.
It's a lot different, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Oh, my goodness.
Now it's a clean, tranquil and relaxing space with plenty of room for her to move around and full access to her storage.
Beautiful.
You have floor space.
And it's going to stay like this. Oh, it's absolutely wonderful.
Are you happy?
Yes, very much so. It's just like a dream.
Is that mould? If they're sleeping in that room and there's a build-up of mould like that, we need to get that sorted.
Well, it can be bad for the breathing as well, can't it? If there's like mould spores, the window looks open, but even still, there's obviously an issue with damp there, mate. You're right.
That room, it causes me stress in my brain. There's a lot. It's like nothing seems to work properly in there.
Wow, wow, wow.
Is that a table?
Yeah. Is it?
Oh, it is. It looks like a washing area.
Because it's a kitchen as well. The clothes will start to smell of the food that they're cooking perhaps as well.
The question is the rest of the household helping and contributing?
There are tasks that we certainly could kind of get the parents setting the children where they could all kind of help together and it can be like a family thing.
Make it fun for them.
Hi there.
Hello, you must be Pippa.
Yeah.
And Matt.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Hello, I'm Hayley.
Aha! How are we doing? As you can see from here, above Lucas's bed, we've got a little bit of mould, which isn't ideal.
Yeah.
So we're going to sort of try and show an easy way of getting rid of that.
Mould produces toxic allergens which can trigger asthma-like symptoms, especially when sleeping inches away from it.
I have here a little spray bottle, a cupful of warm water. This here is white vinegar, Lucas. And we've got here some dish liquid. OK, very carefully, can you pop in probably a good glug of that into this bottle here? There we go. That's it, keep going. Perfect, that'll do. So a tablespoon of the old white vinegar. And then with this one, Lucas, can you put in like a dash, like a teaspoon of dish liquid? Right, give it a little shake for me. I'm just going to spray just gently, just a little bit onto there.
The acid in the white vinegar kills the mould, while the washing up liquid clears the surface. It's also a really effective mixture for cleaning glass and mirrors.
As you can see already, that vinegar solution is already working and diluting quite a lot of the mould on here. Now, I'll get another cloth, just to take any of the excess moisture away. As you can see already, it's pretty good. Now, what you might need to do is, you might need to spray a little bit more and just keep on top of it. But obviously, to stop the mould, we just need to make sure the windows are open, a bit of ventilation, and that should stop a lot of this coming through. But that is a really simple, easy way of doing it. Do you think you can help Mum and Dad with that?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
You heard it here first, Mum, actually, with that one then. So Lucas now is saying he will help out.
So this is all your clean washing, Matt, isn't
This is one of many parts of clean, yeah.
it? When was your dining table last cleaned?
The only time it really does get cleaned is probably Christmas time properly.
Gosh. Unfortunately, it's one of those things where the longer it gets left here,
Exactly, yeah.
it's naturally gonna not smell as clean.
that's it.
When you find a place where you start piling things up, it has a magnet effect.
Oh, definitely.
If you end up with a big area that's like that,
Yeah.
and you have a whole house of people, it just becomes the messy table.
But the mess could be hiding something more harmful.
So, Matt, here I have some dip slides.
Okay, yep.
Now, what this does is, this kind of clear section here, on this slide, it will measure the bacteria that's on the surface.
Each dip slide is coated in a sterile culture called agar. Over 24 hours, any bacterial microorganisms present in the sample will grow.
I had a little Hayley's helper do one of these earlier.
The level of bacteria will display as red dots on the test slide. The more red dots, the more bacteria present, and this sample is worryingly high.
We just really don't want a reading like this. So, I think moving forward, it's really important that we keep the dining area and table nice and clean.
It's a bit of a shocker, isn't it? And we're not even eating on it.
With the kids now pitching in to keep this house clean, grime guru Ches continues to teach Lucas the ways of the filth force. Starting with the bacteria-ridden dining table.
Right, Lucas, so what I'm going to do first is get rid of all the crumbs and dust. Look at that, that's a lot.
Wow.
Once clear of debris, Ches uses an off-the-shelf antibacterial spray to sanitise the surface.
We'll just wipe the table down. Hopefully we can get all these stains out. The key to keeping this table clean is staying on top of it after every meal, making sure that it's wiped down.
Aerobic bacteria are the most common as they need oxygen to grow. So simply cleaning your dining table after each meal will kill around 99% of nasty germs.
And what I need to do is get this wet cloth and wipe off the multi-surface cleaner. Make sure that there's no chemicals on the table. Now, before you put anything on the table or use the table, you have to normally leave it for 5 minutes to make sure that it's safe. I think we'll get you on the team. Get you a little top, some gloves, and we're good to go. High five, my man. There we go.
Gross.
One of Hayley's grime gadgets has revealed it's not just the dirt they need to be concerned about.
I have found a kind of webby, white blobby thing from the window and placed it under the microscope. So let's see, what do you think this is?
I don't know. It's a dead bug. A fly.
This is a leg.
Or
I
an
think
arm.
it might be an arm. Who knows?
It's a spider's leg, probably.
It probably is. Should we name it?
What do you want to call the bug?
What should we call it?
Gertrude. Gertrude.
Gertrude. Gertrude the bug?
Yeah.
We want to remove Gertrude, don't we?
Yeah.
And all of her friends.
And all of her friends, exactly. Do you reckon the boys need to clean their room a bit better?
Yeah.
The cobwebs don't just catch the flies, they collect dead skin, hair and dirt. So if left, become a perfect nest for bacteria.
Evie and Megs, your job is going to be to let the boys know that they need to make sure that Gertrude is cleaned.
Get back on the window.
Exactly that.
I spotted this soot, I think, it looks like.
That was a little candle experiment. I thought it would be a good idea to put a candle up there. As you can see, it's not a very good idea, is it?
No. But it's done. I'm going to show you a little tip which I think might work on there. I'm going to try something a little bit different. So, I'm going to go a bit of bicarbonate soda. I'm going to use a couple of teaspoons of that.
to there. And then I'm going to squeeze some lemons, get all the juice out of those. So you're getting a nice liquid. I'm doing this because the bicarb is an alkaline, and the lemon is an acid, and combined they create a little bit of a chemistry test.
Yes.
And this is a great way of cleaning stubborn stains.
Right, we're up.
So,
Firstly,
the lemon, and then the solution, please, Matt.
there we go.
Thank you, my friend. So you can see already.
Oh, yeah.
Just carefully, it's just breaking it down.
It's brilliant. It's looking really good. And it gets the lemon smell to it as well.
And you can use white vinegar, but it's the smell, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that's it. I mean, to be fair, I'd rather lemon definitely over vinegar.
Especially in the child's bedroom as well.
Boys' bedrooms are never the best smells, are they?
No.
The dining room had become a laundrette, but under the piles of washing, nothing about it was clean.
What do you think, guys?
Wow, look at this.
Oh my gosh, look at this! It's another room that's not ours. This is superb.
It's brilliant, Hayley.
Lovely, thank you.
It just feels very light in here and just comfortable and nice. And you've got your dining table now where you can sit down and eat, and the children can do their schoolwork. So behind you, we've got the baskets. Every person now has a basket.
I saw that. Look
for
at that.
the folding, and actually I think now it looks this way, I think it will encourage you as well to keep on top of the laundry and just make sure that everyone's helping.
Thank you very much.
You're so welcome.
It's amazing.
Lucas is like, let me see my bedroom.
The formerly cobwebby, toy-littered bedroom may be small, but with its burnt ceiling, mould and graffiti door was a huge job for the team, who've transformed it.
Look at
Oh,
this.
Vicky, look at this.
Wow. What do you think?
It's amazing.
It's absolutely brilliant.
Do you like it?
A lot.
So it was really quite difficult to figure out what we were going to do in here.
Yeah.
The graffiti, that stood out like a sore thumb. We did actually repaint the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks so much better, doesn't it?
It does. It looks
Yeah.
amazing.
It looks...
Just looks nice and bright and fresh.
Now it's like this, there's no reason they can't, is there? It's a good place to be as a base level.
Yeah.
To keep it like this and to keep it nice.
Yeah.
What do you reckon, Lucas?
Very happy.
Thumbs up?
Yes.
Yeah?
10?
100.